Welcome back, beautiful tri-state area. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. I'm your host, Zen Sams. This is the Better, Brighter You segment brought to you by Cespera, the revolutionary system designed to help you reclaim your skin's brilliance without compromise. Today, we're spotlighting a dynamic duo in dermatology, a father-son team redefining excellence in skincare. Together, they bring nearly 4 decades of combined experience, innovation, and compassion to their thriving practice in Omaha, Nebraska. Dr. Joel Schlessinger is a double board-certified dermatologist, Mohs surgeon, cosmetic surgeon, and founder of LovelySkin.com, which is the largest dermatologist-owned skincare platform in the world. With a career spanning over 25 years, he's a national leader in aesthetics treatment and surgical dermatology. Joining him is his son, Dr. Daniel Schlessinger, a double board-certified dermatologist and fellowship-trained Mohs and cosmetic surgeon who also happens to be a pioneer in artificial intelligence applications for dermatology and co-founder of FixMySkin Healing Balms, which he invented at just 12 years old. But today we're going deeper into a topic that's gaining ground fast, men's skincare. From overlooked pigmentation concerns to confidence-shifting treatments, we're diving into the unspoken realities and trends shaping how men care for their skin. Beyond the razor, men's skin, hidden concerns, and the father-son duo changing the face of dermatology. Welcome to the show, superstars.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
So excited. Okay, Dr. Joel, I'm going to start with you. Men often delay seeking skincare treatments until issues become severe. What is the most common concern men face, and why do you think so many of them go unaddressed?
Well, men are just very procrastinative in their approach to skincare, and they want to wait until something breaks and they don't fix it in advance. And it's a real problem oftentimes. But the good news is that we're seeing a lot more men that are understanding the benefit of skincare and the fact that they really do have to get ahead of it, or else they'll come in and see way too many problems and not be able to address it.
That's so true. We don't often think of men as struggling with things like, melasma or rosacea, but when they do, it can become incredibly isolating. So yeah, you have to stay ahead of the curve there. Now, Dr. Daniel, you're part of a new wave of dermatologists embracing tech and aesthetics. What are the most popular or in-demand skincare treatments men are asking for today, especially among millennials and Gen Z?
Well, I think the great thing, Zen, is that a lot of the traditional skincare treatments that you might have thought of as really for women, like Botox, neuromodulators, fillers, or lasers, are actually things that have kind of become destigmatized and very normalized. So I've been seeing an increase in younger men who are coming in for getting some Botox, and they're not even coming in with their wives. They're just coming in as themselves, and they just want something to refresh them. I'm seeing more men do more resurfacing lasers, especially gentler resurfacing lasers. We use a Moxie laser and a BBL laser, which helps get rid of excess pigmentation and smooth the texture of the skin. And I'm also seeing a shift towards biostimulating fillers. So things like Sculptra or poly-L-lactic acid would be a great example of things that younger men are coming to me looking for nowadays.
Now, Dr. Joel, you've treated a wide range of pigmentation issues over the many decades you've been in business, from post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation to sun damage. For men specifically, how does pigmentation show up differently? And what do you wish more patients understood about treating it effectively?
Well, men are in many ways fortunate. They don't suffer the same pigmentation issues that women do because, frankly, they don't get pregnant. They don't have all the hormones hanging around from things like birth control pills or other hormonal issues. And that is a big deal. Now, what men do get is they're out in the sun. And when you're out in the sun, you're going to have some pigmentation. I don't care if you have worn sunscreen or what you've done, you're going to have some sun damage. And that sun damage is going to be needing some improvement after about 10 or 15 years of doing that day after day after day. Even if you've done it just during the summers, you're going to still need to repair that. So a lot of guys And especially a lot of older guys that are trying to be relevant in this day and age are coming in for treatments like, as Dr. Daniel said, the lasers, but they want skincare as well. And that's something that we're seeing more and more. So that's where things like Cespera fit in great. It's a great new treatment for pigmentation, and it reverses some of the damages that the sun and fun have done over time.
I love that. Cespera is great, and it's clinically researched, clinically verified, and just such a sustainable and diverse product that I use it myself. It's great. It truly does brighten my skin. Now, Dr. Daniel, AI in dermatology is evolving fast. Can you speak to how it's improving diagnosis and care in cases like pigmentation disorders or early stage skin cancers per se, especially in male patients who may skip routine exams?
Well, Zen, you're totally right. It is moving fast, but you also have to keep in mind the common mantra of Silicon Valley: move fast and break things. It's also breaking a lot of things. So you have to be very wary of what AI you're using, because not all AIs are created equally. And some of the chatbots out there, like ChatGPT or Gemini, the newer versions are smarter in some ways, and they're better at conversing with you. But a lot of times they're hallucinating more too. So for diagnosing pigmentation, we are seeing more skin analysis apps that are popping up there, where people will download something on the App Store and take a picture of their face, and an app will show them areas that they've had sun damage, a photo damage over the years, maybe some wrinkles or fine lines. Is it helping me diagnose skin cancer at this time? No. The best thing out there still remains seeing a board-certified dermatologist who's just going to use a very low-tech way of looking at your skin, but it's tried and true, and it tends to work very well. AI is out there, and my hope is that it gets better, but we need stricter regulations and guardrails around it.
Well spoken. I love that you said that. You definitely can't replace a trained eye. Now, to both of you, this is a question that you both can answer. Let's talk about Cespera. You touched upon it a little bit earlier, Dr. Joel. So hyperpigmentation can be one of the most frustrating skin conditions to treat, especially for men who want quick results but have sensitive skin. How does Cespera fit into your practice, and what makes it a standout option?
Well, we want things that are accessible to people, and many people don't have the time or energy to go to a doctor's office, or in some way get the prescription they need to have for the prescription items like hydroquinone. So that's where Cespera enters in, and it's a great treatment. Its main hero ingredient is cysteamine, which is an amine, which is normally found in the body, but we use this to improve the pigmentation. It actually was invented as something for kidney treatment, and has been changed in this wonderful product, Cespera, to be applied topically. And it has so many benefits and very few, if any, of the detriments that some of the topical products or prescription products have had over time.
I love that. What's your perspective, Dr. Daniel?
I think the really nice thing about Cespera is it's a newer treatment, but it's also been around for quite a long time in other ways. Dr. Fitzpatrick studied this many decades ago, and he was one of the pioneers in dermatology, naming the Fitzpatrick skin types that we all use and know nowadays. And its formulation is non-cytotoxic, so there's not nearly as much inflammation that would be associated with it. It also has a secondary ingredient in several of the formulations, which is isobionic amide, which also is in the niacinamide family, and that works hand in hand with the cysteamine to essentially boost the effectiveness of it. So you kind of have this 1-2 punch of the cysteamine and the isobionic amide. The other thing that I was going to mention is when you have patients who are coming in for those resurfacing procedures, whether they're treating pigmentation concerns or some other skin resurfacing concern, and you want to have a topical product on board, some products are more inflammatory and would be revved up by the heat from the lasers. And so you use those, such as hydroquinone, for a few weeks beforehand. And histamine can play a really good big role in those patients because it's non-inflammatory. So that's a really nice role for a product like Cespera is in those patients who are undergoing laser resurfacing.
That's so refreshing to hear that there's a solution that delivers clinical results without prescription level irritation, especially for guys and patients who won't commit to 5-step routines, right? This seems to be very fitting and simplified. Now, Dr. Joel, you're also one of the top aesthetic physicians in the country when it comes to treatments like laser or fillers for men. What approach do you take to ensure results are natural and confidence boosting, not overdone?
Well, I think that's the most important thing that can happen in a doctor-patient relationship is having somebody who knows when to stop. And the problem is that there are a lot of people out there who don't know that, and they just try more and more and more. And that's when you get people that look, just done. They don't look normal. They look a little bit more, like they've had something done. And nobody wants to come into your office and say, make me look like I've had plastic surgery or something done to me. They want to be natural. They want to look like they've are more refreshed. They want to look like they've had something that makes them more relaxed. And that's what these types of things should be done with the goal of attaining. And we can do that. And a lot of this comes into things like fillers, things like neuromodulators like Botox, Dysport, etc. But skincare plays a big role in everything that we do because you can fix those things like wrinkles. But if you have a skin that looks like it's leathered or beaten or just doesn't look fresh, people know something's going on there. So it's an integrative approach that you want to make sure that they look good and that their skin looks good and that there's nothing that is missing in the whole picture.
That's a great approach. I love that. Now, Dr. Daniel, let's talk prevention. What should men be doing daily to protect their skin, particularly those dealing with pigmentation and shaving irritation or even environmental stress?
Well, it's a great question, Zen. So I think one of the things that men do that is just a built-in nice way of taking care of their skin is they're shaving, and that actually naturally exfoliates the skin. So that's one reason why men's skin, I think, has a leg up on women's. A lot of the time is you're every few days, you're going to be exfoliating. So that's one thing. But you also have to be cleaning your skin, cleansing your skin with a cleanser. And oftentimes you'll need an extra boost, some kind of exfoliator, a gentle acid to kind of remove the top layer of skin and take some of the oil and the sebum away. And then especially if you're dealing with pigmentary concerns, sun avoidance and sun protection is essential. You could be doing all the laser treatments in the world, every topical product, every pill or ointment. And if you're out in the sun, all of that will be for naught. It will all go away. So you must avoid the sun, both physical protection with hats and actual barriers, and also with things like sunscreen.
Okay, well, we're moving on here. There's a lot of great information here coming from the father-son duo. I love the way you guys are running your business, but also how dynamic you are together. Now, let's talk about Cespera. So for men just beginning that skincare journey, what role does a clinically proven pigment corrector like Cespera play in giving them that visible progress? How do you position it in a way that makes compliance easy and results tangible, if you will?
So I think that one of the things that is so nice about Cespera is that it's a complete system that helps with pigmentation. And I love the fact that it actually acts as an antioxidant too. So it has not only the antioxidant of the histamine, but it also has vitamin C in some of its products, Boost, and squalene as well, and the niacinamide product, the isobionic amide. So it really does have a whole plate of things that help your skin look better, as well as improving them and making you look the best you can without too much effort on the part. Because guys, they are really not into doing a lot of things. Simple system. They just want to get the stuff done, and they really aren't going to invest a lot of time into it. So this fits the bill for most of them.
Yeah, that's the kind of game-changing guidance men need. Something simple, science-backed, and effective enough to actually stick with. So it speaks my husband's language very well.
I love that.
Well, we are officially at the end of our time, my friends. Thank you so much both for coming on. It was so informative. I love the insight, and I love that you guys speak to not just men and women, but to each other the way you do. You guys run a great business together, and the fact that you're a father-son duo makes me believe that you're so much more passionate about your business if you're passing this on generationally. So kudos to you.
It's great to be a dermatologist, and it's great to be in practice with my son. It's really been a phenomenal thing. And I just think that it's great to have the opportunity to inform so many men out there. There's hope for you. If you're 60, 70, even 80, it's time for you to go back and get something done with your skin. Get yourself into a board certified dermatologist, see what they have to offer. And there is so much that can be done. So don't give up.
There you have it. Well, thank you so much for joining us. For those of you listening and watching, to learn more about their practice and expertise, you can visit lovelyskin.com and follow them on the gram at Omaha Beauty Doc and at Derm Doc Daniel on Instagram and at TikTok as well. And a big thank you to our sponsor, Cespera, helping patients around the world achieve better, brighter skin, one application at a time. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. We'll be right back after this.
A Moment of Zen is brought to you by Cespera. If skin discoloration is making it hard to find your Zen, Cespera can help. Stubborn pigmentation, dark spots, and uneven skin tone concerns go beyond the surface, affecting both confidence and self-expression. In a sea of skincare choices, Cespera stands apart. Backed by science and trusted by dermatologists worldwide, Cespera is powered by the advanced cysteamine isobonic amide complex, delivering clinically proven results and effectively targeting mild to persistent discoloration while restoring the skin's natural glow. Unlike harsh treatments, Cespera is formulated for all skin types, including sensitive areas, ensuring visible improvements without irritation. Whether pigmentation is a new concern or a long-standing struggle, Cespera works in harmony with the skin to bring balance, clarity, and renewed confidence. Cespera is science-driven skincare for confidence that shines. Find your skin zen and restore your glow with Cespera today by heading to Cespera.com.